Welcome back to Dynamics. Okay, movie review number two. All right, I saw Venom: The Last Dance, and I think this is also still out in the theaters. So if you are interested in seeing this one, definitely get out there and watch it while it's still in the theaters. If you've seen the first two, technically you could probably get away with not having watched the first two, but it's definitely a continuation of the story. So I would recommend watching the first two first. This is also, a good popcorn flick, good movie to watch in the theaters. So while you could wait for it to come out on streaming, I would recommend watching it in the theaters. All right, so let's touch on the movie a little bit. All right, so if you're not familiar, Venom plays a character, or Tom Hardy plays a character named Eddie Brock, who has been previously in the first movie. A symbiote has attached itself to him. That symbiote is Venom, and so his character is basically trying to coexist with this symbiote and be a superhero kind of, while also trying to just not get in trouble for all the things that they have done previously in the other movies. And so he's kind of on the run. He was down in Mexico on the run, but and at the end of the second movie, he jumps over into the MCU and experiences Spider-Man, or on TV anyways, and then when Doctor Strange does his thing, it sends him back to his universe. And so he's in Mexico in his universe at the beginning of this movie, talking to that bartender. And yeah, so that's Tom Hardy playing Eddie Brock and Venom. All right, Tom Hardy, if you didn't know, I mean, he's very famous, but what are some of the things he's done? He's done Inception, The Dark Knight Rises. He was Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. He was in a movie called Locke. He was in the Mad Max Fury Road movie as Mad Max in that one. Or is he ever called Mad Max? Let's see. Max, yeah, it says Max Rockatansky. Tansky? I didn't even know that was the last name. Anyways, he's Max. He was in a movie called, podcast series, Big Brother, 1984. He was in Bike Riders recently. I guess he did like 13 episodes of Peaky Blinders, which I never watched, but I've heard is really good. And yeah, he's kind of a big actor for that one. He was in the previous Venom, Let There Be Carnage, in Venom movies. He was in Spider-Man No Way Home for just a little bit. He was in Capone. He was Fonzie in Capone. Okay. He was in Sticky, was a TV series. Oh, he was one episode in a TV series called Sticky. That's interesting. Dunkirk, Taboo, The Revenant, Legend, London Road, Mad Max Fury Road. Okay, all right. So Tom Hardy, great stuff. Tom Hardy's a great actor. I enjoy him in these movies. He's funny. He does the voice of Venom. I think it's entertaining, and he is a good serious actor as well. But in this, he's obviously not that. But there's a few moments of levity, of the seriousness amongst the levity. Anyways, all right. Who else do we have? I'm going to pronounce his name terribly, but Chiwetel Ejiofor. I know that's not how it's pronounced. I don't know. Sorry. Plays Strickland. His character. He was previously in the Doctor Strange movie. Baron Mordo, I think is his character's name from that. Let's see. I'll just pull it up. But just so he's previously been in the MCU, so technically, you would think he has to be a multiverse version of the character, but they're not tied together in any way. He doesn't have the same name. He's not the same. He doesn't have magic powers. What other movies has he been in? 12 Years a Slave, Dirty Pretty Things, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, and Serenity. But going back to Doctor Strange, he was the voice of Scar in the live-action Lion King movie. I wonder if he's going to do Scar again in the new Mufasa movie. It doesn't say, so probably not. Anyways, I have to go back further, I guess, for the Doctor Strange. There we go. Mordo. Yeah, he was Mordo in Doctor Strange. Not Baron Mordo, but Mordo. Okay. Moving on. He's great, by the way. He plays like a military guy, like a general or something. Does great work in this. All right, Juno Temple plays a character. The character's name was Strickland. I think I said that, but just in case. Juno Temple plays Dr. Teddy Payne. Juno Temple is from. Sorry, I went to the wrong screen. Atonement, Mr. Nobody, Horns, and Killer Joe. Yeah. Fargo, I think, is maybe where a lot of people. Ted Lasso is probably where a lot of people know her from, but I haven't watched any of those. So I'm just not familiar with her from anything. I wasn't overly impressed with her in this. And, we'll get into spoilers about what that means going forward. I just wasn't super impressed with her. All right, Rhys Ifans makes an appearance in this as a character named Martin. Again, not as the lizard, not as the doctor. So while he's the same actor, so he's probably technically a multiverse version of the character. He is not the lizard. He is not. I'm forgetting the doctor's name, so let me go into it here. What else do we know him from, by the way? Dr. Kirk Connors, by the way, but he's not Dr. Kirk Connors in this. He's Martin. So, anyways, he was in Amazing Spider-Man, Anonymous, Snowden, Notting Hill. He is in The House of the Dragon. A lot of people probably know him from that. Sir Otto Hightower, he's great in that. Mother Couch, Fiona, The King's Man, Temple, The Phantom of the Opera. Another character actor, but amazing. Just great, like in everything he's in. And he's great in this, but it's kind of like a smaller character, but it's a silly and important character, even though it's kind of a smaller role. All right, Stephen Graham is back in this as Detective Mulligan. He was in the last movie as Detective Mulligan. What else do we know him from? This is England, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. He was Scrum in that. Boiling Point, Andy Jones. Snatch, he was Tommy in Snatch. Great movie, by the way. Yeah. He was okay in this. It's really a really small part again. Peggy Lou is back as Miss Chen. Miss Chen is great, but again, just a small role in this one. What else has she done? She's done Rock Bottom. She has done, known for Venom, Venom the Last Dance, Venom Let There Be Carnage, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. so, oh, that's right. She shows up in the animated Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. She was great in that. That's funny. All right. Little America, Better Things, Dealing with Dad, The Sex Life of College Girls. She's great in these, but, just smaller roles. Okay. Who else do we have? Clark Bako plays Sadie. Where do you know her from? We're getting into the weeds a little bit here. Letterkenny, The Changeling, The List, Designated Survivor. Oh yeah, I remember her from that. Okay, it was a fun little show. She was in The Handmaid's Tale, but only for like one episode. And Happy Place. She works with the research team that Juno Temple's Dr. Teddy Payne works for, and she's like her assistant kind of. All right, then there is Alana Ubach plays Nova. I don't know. Anyways, I think maybe part of the military thing. Oh, I don't remember. I don't know what Nova is. One of the symbiotes, I guess. All right. Anyways, she's in Euphoria. She's in Bombshell. She's in Coco as a voice of Mama Amelia, and then Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce. It doesn't say she's just a voice, but I think maybe she's just a voice. The bartender, Barman is the title of the name of the character. The bartender is Cristo Fernandez. Don't know if he's done anything else, so let's see. Ted Lasso also. So yeah, it looks like a bunch of episodes. You probably know him from that if you watch that show. Transformers Rise of the Beast, he was Wheeljack. And then Sisters, he was Ken. Alright. Jared Abramson is Captain Forrest, another military guy. And yeah, I think we're getting just too deep. I think that's a little bit spoilery, so I won't say that just yet. Alright, so basically, Eddie Brock, Venom, is trying to keep away from law enforcement because, they think he, killed somebody and that he did bad things or whatever. So he's trying to stay away from law enforcement, but then you find out that, and it's a little bit spoilery, it's a big old battle-y-do or whatever, and the rest of this is probably too spoilery. So if you're not into the spoilers, then you can head on out. I appreciate you. But if you are okay with spoilers, I'm going to just do a short little spoiler thing here. Okay. So, Venom, in one of the previous movies, apparently resurrected Eddie Brock. I don't know that we knew that at the time. I think that maybe was something that they pulled out to kind of explain what's going on in this movie. He had like a pole go through him, if I remember correctly, but we just thought Venom healed him, I think. But apparently he died, and so he healed him. He brought him back to life. Well, when he brought him back to life, it created this thing called a CODIS, which is basically ties the symbiote and the human together, and that is also the key to releasing a character called Null. Null is the creator of the symbiotes, also kind of one of the most ancient characters in the Marvel universe. Very strong, very powerful, way too powerful for a Venom movie by himself. But he's kind of locked he's locked away, and he needs this CODIS to be able to free himself so he can be released on the universe. So he sends out these creatures, and they're called, what are they called? Does it say here anywhere? I'm forgetting the name of them. Anyways, someone's about to come in, so he sends out these creatures to hunt him down, and he survives it, but they kind of think that Venom, the symbiote, is killed during the process, but a portion of him survives, so maybe not. So maybe we'll see them again in future movies, but Andy Serkis plays Null, or at least the voice of Null, but probably the motion stop aspects of him too. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed that review. Go check out this movie, or wait for it to come on streaming, but check out this movie. Alright, everybody, take care. Have a good day.